This kid is such a stunning talent. Good God Almighty.
Can't argue
16 years old. Can't argue with that one at all. Hi, John Worth here again, classical musician, writer, Babymetal fan, and here to discuss Su-Metal's epic performance of Rondo of Nightmare, which is one of my favorites. This is episode 4 of the Metal with a Girl's Heart series. It's a follow-up on episode 2 and the topic of Sue's courage as a performer. It will also include a discussion of the performer's responsibility to their audience, something performers must forget about, and the value of using staging to improve the effect of the music. But mostly it's just another excuse to appreciate Suzuka Nakamoto. That never gets old. First, though, a reactor recently asked people to name their 5 favorite Babymetal songs, and I realized I had no idea. So for 6 days, I chose my top 5 songs for that day, and then tallied them up at the end of the week. You might give it a try. I thought it was interesting. Here they are for this week with the number of days out of 6 that they appeared on the list. Most of them make sense. I left Rondo off because I was listening to it to prepare for the episode. Kagero has been my overall number 1 song pretty much from the very first time I heard it. I was a little surprised to find Light and Darkness on the list. I never think of that as a favorite. And I would have thought that Yava and Onodari would be higher. But, I'm sure it'll be different every week. You know what they say, your favorite Babymetal songs are the ones you've just been listening to. If you do try, let me know how it goes down in the comments. I'm curious how all of you roll Babymetal-wise. The surprise was Tamashi, which I'd somehow managed to never hear, but discovered and really fell for last week. I know it's not an original, but after listening to the original, I will take Sue's 11 times out of 10. And explaining all the reasons why would take a while, so we'll set that aside for another episode. This is Metal with a Girl's Heart, episode 4. Sorry, Nightmare, Sue let you win. As usual, you only need the general idea of the lyrics. Basically, Sue is fleeing from some sort of nightmare that she can't outrun or hide from, and the final lines, I can do nothing but fall into the darkness. Not your usual basic baby metal situation. A little less upbeat than normal. I'm going to include the Kami Band intro, which I sometimes won't. I know they're great, but I'm trying to focus Babymetal videos on what makes them Babymetal and not just any other band. And in this case, the intro really helps set up the song. Now, what I can't stress enough here is what she's about to do is ridiculously difficult. I mean, however hard it looks, it's 100 times worse. This song is a killer. I mean, only a tiny fraction of people could sing it well at all. Now, imagine doing it on a balcony with no guardrail and car headlights shining in your eyes. And yeah, it's like that. But part of the Suzuka Nakamoto experience is making it look easy. Oh, one last thing. The old me and the new me say they're tired of alternating and want to talk this out together, kind of a 2-man sports broadcast booth style. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully they'll play nice. All right, people, here we go. The first chord. Always love the first chord of a new song. It's nice to see the guys get out from backs, behind the girls, out front. Show the people what they can do. Ooh, he's summoning fire! We got to put on a little show for the people. So right from the top, you notice how jagged and unsettling the rhythms and chord progressions are. They're trying to set up an atmosphere to fit this song. Love that effect, the shaking effect. That's awesome. Good camera work. Babymetal's always got something funky going on in the photography department. Videography? Yeah. And I like this. It's got some blues going here. You got the throwback to the roots of rock, which is the roots of metal. I like that. Seems like metal guys are sometimes a little reluctant to acknowledge their roots. This is probably an unpopular opinion, but I mean, yes, metal guitar solos are pretty impressive, but I have heard a lot of people play a lot of notes in my life. I mean, can we get something more than like an emotionally shallow shred fest once in a while? Just, you know, for variety's sake. I'm comfortably certain that that is, in fact, an unpopular opinion. There we go, bass solo. That's something different. Now, see, now this is cool. Now we got something different. Oh yeah, God of the bass, you take your bow, man. You earned that. I think Bo would be a great guy to have in your band. Something really primal about a drum solo. I mean, it seems like everybody likes a drum solo. It's so physical, visible, and there's something really, I mean, I've heard the theory that humans invented music before speech, and that it probably would have been percussion. I saw a show the other day about macaws that would actually break a stick off a tree and shape it into a drumstick and use it to bang against a branch to attract a mate. Just DNA level appeal to percussion. So you're calling the guy a bird brain, is that okay? Okay, fine, I'll shut up. That was stupid. Sue has arrived. It's time to get to work. Now, something I want to talk about here. Babymetal is known for giving 100% at every show, but I mean, too many people, performers, forget that having an audience is a privilege. And people give their time, their money, and their love, and they deserve your best. So your first job is to sell the music. That is, you got to get the crowd's attention. You got to keep them engaged for the whole song. Well, these people would all crawl over broken glass to hear Sue sing. Yeah, unfortunately, this isn't the usual hooky, catchy Babymetal song that keeps the audience's attention easily. The music and lyrics and staging are actually intended to make the crowd uneasy. Look at that face. She's so giggly and dorky 1 minute and then throws the switch and just, wow. It was important to get her elevated, though. I mean, they'll keep the focus on her. Down below, she'd be sort of dwarfed by those men. Also, it's going to help the effect of the music, as I understand it. In the lyrics, the song's narrator is in peril. And so by elevating her above the stage, it amplifies the effect by putting her, the singer, in a perilous position. And so now they've got that, the listeners have the edgy, uneasy music and the lyrics, and now also her being in real life danger. But it is risky, and I mean more than just her falling off of there, which would be, of course, a disaster. And she's balanced on what, like a 6-foot diameter disc, maybe 8 feet off the ground with no rail? I mean, yeah, it makes the song more exciting, but if the audience even thinks for a second that she's in real danger, even if she isn't, it'll break the spell and ruin the show. Kid is such a stunning talent. Good God Almighty. Can't argue with 16 years old. Can't argue with him that one at all. You know, she isn't just standing in place up there either. I mean, any normal human being would be cautious, but I mean, this song dies if she doesn't go full out, and she's acting like she's at ground level, surrounded by pillows. And that's one reason it's such a perfect song for her, because I mean, it needs a fearless performer to make it shine, and we know that's right in her wheelhouse. Musically, we shouldn't ignore what she just did there. The bridge at this point of the song is just that one long note separating her last hope of escape and knowing it's all over. Now we're going to think about what she did with that note she just ended. Here's for comparison, here's an earlier long note. Listen to how she ends it. Now compare that to this one, the one she just did. So, I mean, obviously that Tarzan turn at the beginning is crazy dramatic. But listen to what she does, how she changes the mood by just gradually roughening her tone and turning the note into a cry. That is beautiful work by her. I missed it the first time. I bet most people there didn't register it live. But that is the kind of thing your brain picks up on subconsciously, though. So it actually makes an emotional impact, even if the listener doesn't know it. That is a really cool effect. She looked like she'd been captured, broken, helpless. I got tears in my eyes. You're probably not the only one. She has that effect on people. She does that to me a lot. Goddamn. A 16-year-old girl to have that voice and that stage presence at the same time, that should probably be illegal. I'm not sure any one person should be trusted with that much power. But, I mean, she needs all of that to make the song work. She has to deliver and does. It's stunning stuff. Sounds like she's growing on you. Duh. I mean, I understand the band yet, but I'm not an idiot. Well, wonder about that. It's like all the episodes, this one ends with a basic question, which is, why do I admire Suzuka Nakamoto? I mean, on the surface, it seems silly. We all just watched that performance. How could anyone not? I mean, what exactly more do you want from her at this point? But what specifically grabs your attention? I mean, most people say, like, wow, that was great. But what did she actually do well? And the answer is, well, the easy answer at least is, what didn't she? It was a difficult song and a legitimately dangerous situation. If her voice or courage had faltered even for a moment, it would have cut the heart out of the song. But she had her usual impossible to ignore stage presence, and the performance was blistering. if she were nervous, there's no clue. Now, and this is something really important that performers need to remember. You need to draw your audience in, and you need to give them confidence in you, because they can't fully enjoy themselves if there's any question about your ability to pull it off. If they're focused on anything except the performance, if they're wondering what you're doing, if they're wondering if you're going to fall off the platform, if you're wondering if you're going to miss a note, it's very distracting. So you need to bring them in and give them confidence in you. And of course, confidence seems to be her middle name. So she didn't do something like just didn't do something. She did something remarkable. She gave the audience an experience worth having. And she's proven time and again that she has the voice, the stage presence, the showmanship needed to hold any sized crowd in the palm of her hand and keep them there. I mean, and over a decade later, she still does. So credit where credit is due, people. Feel free to be unimpressed by her, but remember, it says more about you than it does about her. And for the rest of us, until we meet again, don't just listen to Babymetal. Take time and attention to appreciate them. Suzuka is just coming into her prime, but nothing lasts forever. I don't think they'll break up right away. It certainly wouldn't be fair to Momo to retire right after she finally signed up. But, I mean, you can imagine a farewell tour for Sue's 30th birthday. That's, I think, 3 years off. Or the band's 20th anniversary. So let me suggest you go to at least one show every tour, even if you have to travel, because it might be your last chance. I mean, and one of these days it will be. We have them now. We shouldn't waste the chance to enjoy the beauty and the wonder while we can. I mean, as the song says, these are the good old days. And as for the future, only the Fox God knows.